there, my name's Menji, and welcome to Ditching Debt. In today's video, we're going to be talking about preparing for an interview and things you might need to know. If you like this video, make sure you click the like button below and subscribe for more content like this. Let's get into it. A couple of days ago, I made a video about trying to get a new job and the research I was doing, and I got an interview. So I'm going to be talking about the tips and tricks that I'm doing right now to try to nail this interview and hopefully get the job. The first thing I would say to do is to actually read the job description. Most people who look at it kind of skim it, see what it says, read the qualifications, see if you meet the qualifications, and then apply, which is totally normal. But now that you have the interview, you should probably read it. The next thing that you should do is highlight the words, like I was saying before. Highlight the key requirements in the job description itself. Like the job responsibility sections, kind of highlight everything that they may ask about in the future in the interview. After you're done going through the job description, highlighting everything, the third step I would probably do is to look up words that you're not familiar with, or maybe systems that they use that you're not sure what they are. And that way you can kind of talk about it in an interview, be like, oh, well, I looked this up, or I know how to do this, and it'll seem impressive. The next thing you should do, if you have the time to do it, and if you're able to do it, is to reach out to someone in that job that you're applying for and ask some questions. Sometimes it's like a 50-50 shot. You're either gonna have someone who responds back to you and tells you, or they just ignore you. But it's worth a shot, because I've had some luck with that, where reaching out to somebody like, hey, so what's your day-to-day? So that way I can prepare for that in the interview. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, my day-to-day is this. And some people just won't respond. It's a little bit easier if you're applying internally to your job, because you can look them up on your company's website and stuff like that, and maybe like message them on Teams or whatever platform you use to message. Sometimes it's a bit easier that way. If you're just applying to random companies, it's going to be a little harder to do that unless you go on LinkedIn. Definitely give it a shot. The next thing you should do is to have a handful of examples in your pocket, because they're going to ask questions and they're going to want examples. People do not like when you answer questions with, just a phrase. If they say like, so tell me about the experiences that you have with XYZ, and you say, oh, I have experiences with XYZ. And then if you end there, they'll be like, okay, cool. We'll find someone who can give examples with what they've done in their past careers. And the last thing you should do is think of questions you're going to ask the interviewer, because they're going to be asking you a bunch of questions. And sometimes it's good to have some questions in your head to ask the interviewer that they may not expect. And one person who can help you with that is your current manager. They interview a lot of people to get to the job that you're in. So sometimes asking them can give you good questions to ask the interviewer. So those are my tips and tricks on interviewing. If you have any good interviewing questions to ask the interviewer, or anything that you want to add, make sure you comment it down below, and let's ditch some debt.